it's your girl, Lexi Lewis.
And it's your girl, Amber Borzotra. And welcome back to Occasionally.
We talk a lot about emotions, but I don't think we actually understand them. Somewhere along the way, we were taught that being in control means being unaffected, that strength looks like staying calm, staying quiet, keeping it together, and anything that's outside of that, anger, sadness, overwhelm, gets labeled as too much or dramatic or emotional. But what if that's not control? What if that's really just well-packaged depression? Because the other side is we've all also been told to feel everything, let it out, process it. But no one really explains what that actually looks like in real life. So where's the line between feeling your emotions and letting them ruin your life? Between processing and spiraling? Between self-awareness and self-indulgence? I think a lot of us are just like stuck right there. Like, what do? We're trying to be evolved, but also avoid falling apart, trying to be present, but not overwhelmed, trying to feel without losing control. So today we are going to get honest about that middle space. What it actually looks like to process your emotions in a healthy way, not suppressing them, not performing them, but actually understanding them. Because maybe emotional control isn't about having less emotions. Maybe it's about having a better relationship with it. Amber, how do you feel about today's episode?
I don't know. I'm an overthinker.
Tissues are ready. Tissues are on standby.
Here, Listen, I'm a very, very, very emotional person. Anyone that knows me, don't even really know me, knows I'm an emotional person. So yeah, this is a good one for me today. So
yeah. We're always taught if you want to be successful, get your emotions in check. No matter what you wake up as, you got to be consistent. And I don't feel like that. The flow of what you need to do in your daily, your emotions are important. All of the hustle culture is way more mute your emotions. And when I get in the I'm going to grind or whatever, and you try to get into that, fuck how I'm feeling, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it. I don't believe in that fully. I think that's bullshit. Business is so stacked to flow like a man. And a man has a 24-hour hormonal cycle, so he goes through all of his hormones in that day. Mm-hmm. And so they can be the consistent person every day. But as a woman, our hormonal cycle is 28 days. So I can't perform during my period the same as I'm performing when I'm 2 weeks out on ovulating. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ready to make a life. You know? It's just so different. So I hate this idea that, you got to control your emotions and keep them in check. No, because they're also telling me some shit, especially if I'm getting disrespected, I'm feeling type of way. Those emotions are telling me that I don't like something or I love something.
I know. One of the things I hate the most is when someone says, don't let your emotions control you, but no one teaches you.
Like, what does that mean?
What does that mean? What does it look like? How are you supposed to tell me how I'm supposed to feel?
Yeah.
Why can't I cry? Why can I not overthink? Why can I not dissect things? Why can I not process it how it works for me? I do get sometimes, though, I am wrong to where I need to talk about something away because it's going to eat me up. I can't wait till tomorrow or the next day. And then that's stacked emotions. Then I become like, I'm mad. Like,
but the thing is, exactly what you just said, though, is like they tell don't let the emotions control you, but then they don't tell you, well, how do I do that?
Right.
Like what does that? What does that mean? Yeah. Like on paper, like what does that mean? Like what's the action of that?
There's no rule book.
But there are things we're not taught that. We just are say don't do that. Okay, but show me. It's just like even in raising Liv and stuff. Like at this point, I tell her no a lot, but like a lot of when she's younger, I never say just no, don't do that. I always say you shouldn't do that because, and then it's explaining to it. So when they're like, don't let your emotions control you. Then show me how to control him then. Like, I don't know, tell me what to do.
Right.
What do I need to do? I get that if I'm mad, I shouldn't just go beat up the person that pissed me off.
Right.
But what do I do with my anger? Yeah. What do I do with that?
Like you're about to explode.
Yeah, what do I do?
So
that's like the conversation today is just like the what do I do? Because that is the issue with everyone just saying, don't let it control you, but okay. Then it gets to the point where that's how I felt last year, where I wasn't letting my emotions control me, but I felt like I was numb. Can we feel and be successful? Please.
Right. Okay. So what's the numbness? What is?
It's not processing it or not, I don't know, facing it.
Were you taught to process emotions?
Yeah.
Or
it wasn't even
suppress them?
It wasn't even. My house is just like not an emotion house, you know. Yeah. I've never seen my mom like have emotion.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a thing. Like you don't cry in front of people. You don't say I'm mad. Or when someone is just like, oh my God, when I did something and my mom was very disappointed, she didn't even talk to me about it. I told her the thing. She walked out of the house.
Yeah.
And left for the rest of the day. And then she came back and never mentioned it again.
That was her way of.
So we don't talk about things. It's not, so it was definitely a suppressed house.
Yeah.
Like, figure your shit in private, whatever. But I figured out my journal was my thing. Oh, I didn't even know that I had a healthy mechanism. That's so crazy that my little 8-year-old self knew to went to that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was so woke. I was so woke at 8. Look at little Lexi.
Look at you.
If someone watched how you handle your emotions, would they say you feel them or avoid them? This is so silly for you.
Oh my gosh. I feel them 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know how to avoid my
But
emotions.
what do you think it's only because when we even say emotions, one emotion that I was playing with was like happiness and joy and all that. So when you say you feel your emotions, do you think it's like the whole spectrum of it? Your happiness is ooh, and then
yeah, it's just one big exclamation mark on all my emotions. Like, you're gonna know like what day I'm like
yeah. This is for y'all.
I feel like it's a whole spectrum of like emotions for me.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really weird. I'm very weird.
So do you think that you actually feel your emotions, or do you feel like you're reacting to them?
Both.
Yeah.
I think I've very both. I've definitely always feel them. Now I have to, as I'm getting older, I'm learning to pick and choose the battles in my head.
Yeah.
When it comes to those emotions, because it's so hard for me to suppress anything. I don't know if it also is something from my childhood. There's things I remember, but a lot I don't remember. I feel like I've just always been a crier. Like I've always been a people pleaser. I always wanted to be someone where it's been okay to feel everything. Because I don't know why I am that way. And so I'm always wondering, does it come from a place of being around an emotional mom?
Yeah.
And my mom's very emotional. My mom's she's the same way, feels everything, all of that. And so and also it was just her and my sister kind of grow, just an all women's home, household. So I'm like, maybe that has a lot to do with it. Cause I feel like as women, I don't know, how men, they can't, people tell men you can't cry, you can't do this, you have to suppress that's like one of the main words today, I guess. And with women, it is okay. It's like
not my house.
No,
it's not that it's not okay, it's just that it just doesn't, I think I've heard my mom cry once, but she's very much kids are kids and adults are adults. And just now a little bit kind of does she talk to me about things. After I had a kid, it became a little bit more that I'm a person and not her child, but still very much she is not. I don't know things that are going on with my mom. I always find out through something random. Yeah, my mom isn't that at all. So
see, my sister's not that. See, with me and my mom, but I was kind of, it was her first child, and then kind of went through a lot of things with her. So I don't know if that was kind of that bond and those things. And she was a friend and a parent and that sister all in one. So definitely emotions pull from all of that. But my sister is emotionless. She won't cry. She'll look at me like, okay, you're mad, why? Though when I reach anger, I am a ball of everything. I am just to the point, it takes a lot for me to get to that point. But when I am,
anger is my hardest emotion to process.
Yeah, I'm feeling it all. I'm I love you. I am mad at you. I want to cry. I want to shout. I want to scream. I don't want to see anyone. Don't talk to me. it's just one flame. I just want to.
Yeah, no,
rage.
Anger is the hardest thing for me. Not instant anger, not road rage or that. The one of the relationships that I was in that was so toxic, that was this on again, off again thing for 13 years. I could not get angry at him, but he just treated me so shitty. He was just way older than me, so it was just a lot of mental gymnastics. It was just bullshit.
Mental gymnastics.
I had so many reasons to be angry, and I just couldn't let myself feel angry. Just one day, I was just I hate you. Like, I hate you. And I felt it. I felt the hate when I said it. And I was just like, you got me so fucked up. Like, who the fuck do you think? He's not there. I remember just feeling it in all of the anger. Like, you're playing me like that. You treat me like that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And I just started to get so angry that I'm like, why would you even talk to someone so young, you fucking creep ass? Like, I was just so on it. But I just remember sitting in the car and I was getting so angry, and I just was like, I will never talk. And it was like the thing that made me feel I'm never gonna talk to you again. I'm finally never going.
Anger is that point.
Yeah, it led me. It was like that hit my point of no return. But I had so much. Literally, I've dealt with him for 13 years off and on, and it was just so much. And it was just sitting, and it just until I was like, I fucking hate you. I fucking until I said it, and I really just sat in it.
That point though,
I don't even remember. Yeah. I don't remember. He hadn't done anything particular. I think it was like the same shit.
Time of sitting in it.
It was the same shit that there was nothing spectacular about whatever had happened in the incident. I just was sitting with the adult, and me finally just being fed up, or I don't know what it was, but I just remember feeling like I felt the anger. I literally felt hot. I felt it in my chest. I felt like it, and I'm like, and then it was like turned to disgust. Like, what the fuck? And then I was angry at myself for letting me, like, what am I even entertaining this stupid shit for? So first the anger went to him, then the anger went to me, but I literally felt it. I remember feeling hot, and literally now I didn't talk to him for years, and now I can see him in my life as like someone that's just been part of my life for so long, but the idea of ever being with him in any capacity, he literally just looks like a clown to me. I'm like, how could I ever, what? And I just remember it's crazy because you think about feeling emotions, and if I sit and think about like how I feel in certain emotions, and it is crazy how anger really makes me hot.
Oh yeah.
But that's I was
ringing.
But everything. I was looking it up, and it was talking about somatic. It was somatic some shit. I think I wrote it down. Hold on. Somatic. I really wanted to remember it because when I was reading about it, somatic mapping in your body, and that's one way that you can kind of notice what you're feeling. But when I think about it, it was so true because I'm like, when I'm angry, I do run hot. Like your body temperature literally rises, or at least it feels like it. And, when you're scared, you feel it in your stomach. You're like, oh, like even at the edge of a cliff, and you get too high, like, you literally feel it in your stomach.
Or that feeling if you find out something right away and you're hungry, all of a sudden that just drops. And your body tells you. I want to
study that more because it was talking about how that's such a good way to, sometimes people know they're feeling something and they're just like, what am I feeling? But there's certain body cues that are like pretty, like I said, like when you're mad, you get hot. And if you could start picking up on those cues, you can identify that feeling more. And just saying it and being able to identify it is the first step in processing it, is being able to actually identify it.
And you can identify it from there on.
Yeah, but especially as a suppressor, it's very hard to define what the feeling is. I'm like, something's happening.
That was so crazy. This? Suppressor, definitely an overthinker.
Yeah.
And I internalize, and then I don't internalize at all.
At all, girl. What?
I think when I'm saying I internalize, I kind of process in my mind how I should approach things or how I feel or where I go.
I'm hearing this.
I can't internalize it anymore. So I kind of hold on to it, and then I
No, you let stuff grow.
I get to a point. Yeah.
You let stuff grow.
Yeah.
That's what it is with how with your emotional thing. Because emotions, the chemical release of your emotion is 90 seconds to go through your body, right? So you really only have the 90 seconds of actually having it in your body, but then it goes into your head. And that feeling of anger or sadness or whatever, then that's when, especially you're flooding of all those thoughts, turn it into more sadness or more anger or more whatever. And that's what you do. So when you're saying you internalize it, it's that thinking about it more and more.
That's what I'm saying. I'm such an overthinker. I dissect every little thing.
Yeah. One of the things that I want to talk about is what does it actually look like to feel your emotions without losing control and without suppressing them? it's hard to say what that balance is of I want to feel my emotions versus I don't want to deal with that right now. I don't want to have it affecting my day to day. Have you ever felt like a time where you're feeling your emotions and it's becoming too much?
Have me?
Yeah.
I have to get to the point where I'm like.
But what do you do?
I shut down if it's too much. I have to go to someone. Like, I have to have a person.
Like a therapist or just a friend?
No, I don't need a therapist.
A homeless man?
Yeah.
At the grocery store.
Different day. Okay.
That's what happens.
Yeah, I'm talking to a homeless man at the grocery store. We becoming friends. I be supporting his life. No, but yeah, I know me, and I can't sit with myself when I get to that point. Like, I have to let that out. Like, I have to vent. Emotions are meant to be understood, processed, and guided, not treated like an enemy. When I treat my emotions like an enemy, that's when the anger comes in. That's when I want to explode. That's when, because I'm not truly being myself. I'm not truly processing.
Your anger is that the person that's making you feel like you have to suppress your emotion?
Or, yeah, I'm
or
mad
yourself?
Or myself. I allow people and their judgment on how I process things bother me a lot because I am very emotional.
But how do you process it?
I cry a lot. I cry so much. And I have to, like, again, my wheels turn up here. I'm like, and if I don't have anything helping me balance that, that anxiety, that I get hot, I don't have an appetite, my ears ring, I get it, that anxiety chest weight on me, and I'm just a different person. I shut down.
But have you ever meditated regularly?
I have, and it does help. Meditation does help.
Yeah, because that's one thing that I was liking about when I was even looking up the somatic stuff was a lot of stuff, especially as an intellectualizer, like I can understand why I should feel sad. I can understand why I should feel angry. I can understand why I should be happy. Like, I can be like, that was fun. I mean, I'm the kind of person, I mean, I laugh all the time too, but I also definitely sometimes be like, that was funny. And instead of laughing, I literally state the emotion without actually feeling it. And so I've noticed that when I do things in my body, a lot of times it helps me get out of my head, because as much as emotion is like feeling it and you're crying, having that heartbeat or whatever racing, mine is I'm in my head. So a lot of times just making myself meditate and focus on my breathing and my literally my chest going up and down and the air filling my lungs, that helps me so much. Now I can sit and process it how I need to. But a lot of it too is journaling. You said you don't journal, and I feel like you would.
I used to journal. I haven't journaled in so long.
I think you need to journal
I know,
so bad. I feel like everything you always say would be so good for a journal because, again, it's so surprising when you start to journal regularly what comes out. The thought that I was scared of all this newness felt so stupid. Like when I was even writing it, I was like, oh, that's it. And I didn't notice it at all. I always do a catch up in my journal. This is what's been going on since I saw you last, you know? And I was going through it and I was asking myself, well, how do I feel about this? And what is this? And I was like, wow, I'm doing a lot of new things.
Yeah.
This is kind of scary. And there's just going back and reading your actual thoughts, because when your thoughts are in your head, you're not holding on to it. And a lot of times you'll in your journal, you're seeing your thoughts out and you're like, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
I was feeling that. It takes the emotion out of being, I am the emotion. I am angry or I am sad or I am. And it makes it like, I was feeling this way. So you're not the emotion anymore. You know, you were feeling that. You are a person that was feeling that, but it's not, I am sad. And I think having the identity in myself and then knowing that that's just a descriptive word versus having my identity and my emotion is so much easier to see when I'm being able to actually see what my emotion was on paper.
Yeah.
You should try it.
No, I love journaling. I have old journals. I don't know what happened, honestly. I don't know if like...
They always... That's like a...
Yeah.
It's a mystery of journals. They always...
I still have them all. They're stacked up. Like...
Yeah, you should go back and read them.
Yeah.
It's so silly. It actually... I feel like it's a good mechanism for your brain to remind you that half the shit is just some bullshit. Because you'll read about something that you're caring about that was so heavy, and you're like,
that was nothing.
Who is that? You was oh my God.
Worried about that.
But it's a good reminder to yourself, and I think it will help you in the future to like remember like it's not that much. Yeah. It's not that much. Yeah. There's the point when I've always done something, and is this the best way to do it? I'm always questioning myself. Is this something I've always done and this is how I am, or is this because this is just how I've handled it and processed it? And I'm always looking for ways, again, my intellectualizing, but I'm always looking for ways to be better and do better. And I definitely know that when I'm not journaling, I'm less connected to my emotions. But I'm actually pretty good with some emotions. I know if something's starting to give me anxiety or something like that, I'm very much like, I gotta meditate. I gotta meditate.
I used to go on walks.
I feel it. And where I'm like, no, I gotta meditate. Now, actually, or I'm gonna really need silence for about 5 minutes, or I'm about to explode. Sometimes it's just like changing the environment, but it's definitely, I gotta find a way to get out of my head, because if I start letting thoughts go, and that's why I love meditating too, because it really gets you to the present. What's happening right now? What is the actual right now situation? Versus am I worrying? Because like I think they say like, isn't it something silly like 95% of the things that we worry about never happen? Yeah. Something ridiculous.
It is a big amount.
It's huge. Just because you're just sitting worrying about something, it's like, no.
And then your thoughts sometimes become those things that you didn't want to happen because you thought about that.
You're literally making yourself suffer more just thinking about what might happen, and it's never even happening, and you're sitting here suffering right now.
Guilty of that.
Because it's something, and it literally never happens. And now I spent 3 days suffering for something that didn't happen. Like that. So it happened to me. Your body feels like it happened. It's all that, but it's not that. So we got to figure out ways to get out of that pattern more. It's like sunshine really helps too. Chicago.
Sunshine. Listen, I go
Chicago.
I go on walks a lot. Every day I'll be outside. I cannot wait till it warms up. If I'm out here in 9-degree weather, feeling like -2.
That's so disgusting. I can't. I wish I could. That's one thing I'm a big walker. I'm also a person. I literally go read at the park all the time too. And so not being able to be outside
it does a lot.
It sucks. It sucks. I'm not surprised that I'm like a emotionalist bitch right now. I just need some sunshine to warm up. Yeah.
Get a nice tan. Oh my God.
Oh, what's the difference between feeling something and acting on it?
Feeling is processing, thinking about it, dissecting it. Acting on it is, I don't think. I just go right away.
My daughter's narcissistic dad, he likes to trigger, and it's fun for him. I know everyone says they're narcissist, but he actually is clinically, it's terrible. And he wants to get that explosion out of me. And so when I say I'm feeling it, and I'm like, no, I don't want to engage, and he just won't stop. And I realized that I can't be around those kind of people that won't give you time to process. Because not giving him any credit, I do understand we're having a conversation right now. But if you respect someone, you have to know that there are conversations that can't be always in one sitting. You can't control how someone processes it. I've also had people that like, I've pissed me off, and then I react a certain way, and they're like, that doesn't even make sense why you're acting like that. I said, you don't get to tell me how I get to be angry. Right. My anger is how the fuck I want to be angry, you know? And like, you fucked up. You can't tell me how I'm supposed to act with you fucking up. I'm going to act how the fuck I want to act. And like, well, that doesn't make sense. I don't gotta fucking make sense. You know? But if I get to someone that's triggering me like that, I'm like, no, I can't be around you because you're not giving me space to process. And because I'm very much where I won't talk to you for something, and then I will come back and I'm like, okay, I couldn't talk to you because this is how I was feeling. This is what I was at. And this is me now at the place where I'm like, I know that's part of my process with some anger and irritation thing. Yeah. I can't. I feel it. I'm like, oh, I'm getting hot.
I could never be the person to poke. I'm the person that, okay, this has happened so many times, I'm about to explode. Like, and then I just go in. It's like there's no more.
I've been I'm confrontational when it comes to bullies. You know what? This one girl, That's the last fight I ever got in. But this girl kept trying to fight me on campus. And I remember if you get fight on campus in college, you get kicked out of like school. So she would always try to fight me on campus. So every time
that was your last one?
I mean, like, actual fight. I've been gotten arguments before, but no, I haven't gotten like a physical fight. But yeah, I remember she kept trying to fight me on campus, and I'd be like, security, and she kept telling everybody that I was scared of her, and I was like, I'm not fucking scared of this bitch. I'm just not getting kicked out of school for this bitch. And I just remember, I feel like, because I instantly went to, I'm not handling this right now. Oh, I was so happy when I saw her off campus, but. But anyways, she know what happened to her. Oh, I beat the fuck out of her. It was all year. It was all year. Gosh, I told her that I wasn't gonna. I'm like,
she was a bully, huh?
Every time she was always trying to start stuff. I didn't see her off of campus the rest of the year. We just kept having shit on campus. Then like it was over a guy, of course. The week before, me and him get together and we're like, we're good. We're in a good thing. I'm like, I won. So I was like, you know what? If I see her off campus, I won't even fight her anymore. Then like a couple days later, I finally see her off campus again. My body was literally like, my leg was shaking. Like I had so much built up, like, this bitch doesn't fucking know. And I remember, I told my friend Alexa, let's just go sit in front of her.
Who started?
Yeah, we were in an auditorium at another school, and we were watching a show, and I sat right in front. I remember sitting down right in front of her, and then me and Alexa were sitting, literally right in front of her. And I'm like, me and my friend Alexa were being so extra, and her friends are just behind me. Oh, this is a bold ass bitch. This bitch is so bold.
Isn't they talking?
They're just the whole performance. At the end of the performance, I turned around to her. I said, "You're lucky you went to security that last time, or I'll beat the fuck out of you right now." And I walked away, and I don't know, she leaned and hit me, and then I literally
saw red.
I saw it. I didn't see it, blacked out. I was like stomping her with my heels. It was bad.
And you wore heels?
Yeah, I had heel boots on. I was like,
oh dang.
I remember the crowd pulled me off of her, and then I like was like this, and she was on the ground, and I was still kicking her in her chest. Like, oh my God, it was really bad. This is why I don't like when people get me to there, but don't get me fucked up. Like. It was very bad. That's why I don't even want to, but I'm so good at, I think that's kind of why I'm scared of my anger though, because I do get blackout and I do like.
You can get to that point.
I can be mean. Like I can say things that's like, damn, like, I don't know, whatever insecurity you have imagined for yourself, like you think that someone else sees, but you're like, no one sees it.
You make it 10 times worse.
Oh, I know. I feel like something in me knows whatever your biggest insecurity is, and it just gets it.
God, I haven't seen that side of you.
I don't want to be it. So I'm like, I know I need to walk away, but I feel like every emotion is valid. And with anger, people always are like, you need to control your anger, but anger lets you know that someone's crossing a boundary.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. So I don't think that you just throw away anger because, well, you need to control it. Yeah, I don't need to go fighting bitches. Like, I'm not trying to go to jail. I have a child. But I don't need you to be crossing my boundaries and be in my space either. And there's definitely, thank God, I mean, we don't live in a time where it's as well, and I don't usually have to be physical or anything like that. But I don't think that people write off anger like you shouldn't feel angry. And I'm like, no, it's just letting you know that something in your boundary is being crossed. And we gotta fix that shit.
Yeah. No, anger is valid. It's just you shouldn't have to get to that point.
Yeah. Well, it's really not that the point of it. It's just like that's the reaction part. That's when you're letting it control you. It's like I'm literally, because to the point, even in that fight, I blacked out. So I'm like that heat and that everything.
And you usually don't even feel anything.
Yeah, that all of that is
that
like
adrenaline.
That's letting. I am angry.
Right.
That's me. My identity is the anger and that point. You know, it's not, this is what I'm feeling. No, it's I'm anger. Bitch, this is what I'm anger incarnate, you know?
Red panda. What's the red panda?
Yeah, literally. And that's what you don't want. That's the reaction of it, because the healthy thing is me feeling, and I need to walk away. And then I can process this like, they had me fucked up. They had me fucked up again when they said this, you know, and then being able to process that and say it, and then be like, you know what, you made me angry because you were doing this, and that, you know, and from that, I can make a choice of dealing with you in whatever capacity I need to, depending on what the angry thing is that you did. But that's the difference of like, feeling it and seeing it and processing it versus like, I'm gonna let this shit control me. And that's scary to think of, especially with blacking out with you don't want something to do that much to you that it's controlling you in that way.
Right.
Anger,
it can be control, because like when you're angry and you black out, some people don't even know what they're doing. That's
I mean,
murders happen. People are out here like getting to the point and like don't even know what happened, but they just get to that point. That's crazy. That's beyond. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's anger. If that's anger, to its highest, I don't want to know.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter's dad really makes me angry. He's actually, so I can't even talk to him. I was like, I've never met a human being that can, it's fun to him, like to push the buttons and to be, I'm like, I don't, it's so, because he gets mad because he's like, you think that you're so like nice and kind and all those things and stuff. And I'm like,
I know I am.
I'm like, no, that's what I am. So he likes to like bring the part of me. He's like, can see now. It's the classic, I'm going to trigger you. And
like
then you're going to react. Allowed to be angry. You're going to react. And then it's like, see, this is how you react. It's like, it's the classic manipulation or whatever. But it's crazy to be around someone that does that when you know that that's so not your nature. But I think that's kind of me realizing the awareness of certain things can pull emotions out of you. I avoid situations that make that emotion come out of me, because I want my anger to be because, okay, I'm saying a boundary, not because you're like picking for it.
Yeah.
That's not an emotion I want to just be in regularly, you know? But someone that's picking for your anger is scary.
I think mine's different. Like when I film and some of my castmates get me to that point, it's just like, oh, why are you so nice? Or like, why are you crying? Or why are you so emotional? That's what it makes me feel. It's like, why? But then when I get angry, it's like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, it's like they like it. It's like they like for me to get to that point.
They're like, yeah, see, you're not nice. See,
you're not this, or you're that, or you cry to manipulate, or this. No, like you're hurting my feelings. Like I really do feel this emotion. Like I'm a crier in my everyday life. Like I'm just living with people I normally probably would not talk to ever or associate with, that don't ever speak to me outside of a game, you know? So of course I'm allowed to feel this way. I can't vent or reach out to family or people when I need to and have an outlet besides suppressing or going to my room and letting that build up. So
and do it.
I feel like that, the emotional part of that, the mental, that's the part I have to be prepared for before I say yes.
Yeah.
But I know that I can do it. I've been there, went through it, got through that. But that's the part. It's like I'm not used to. I usually steer clear from people that make me feel that way. I really can feel it. I can feel when someone is good for me. Not. I just have that intuition.
You can tell. Or it's like, what person do you bring out of me? You know.
Right.
Again, if I'm around this person and they always bring out my anger, there's definitely a part of me that needs to learn to not be triggered or that way. But I can also know that, if they're absolutely trying to, then I can't be around that person because I don't want to be that person. I want to be around people that bring out my kind side, that bring out my nice side, that bring out my fun, silly side. And that's part of finding people that love you. It's like you kind of fall in love with the version of yourself that's with them.
Yeah.
And I want to be those emotions.
I feel like overall, you're basically allowed. We're all allowed to feel our emotions. We're allowed to feel anger, sad, happiness, whatever, however you're feeling, but don't let it ruin your life.
Yeah.
I've went way too long with letting one thing just sit for months. And it has ruined me. Yeah. So I feel like when there's a healthy part of dealing with emotions, and then there's very
one of the healthiest things to process it and start is actually just naming it and just saying, I'm angry, I'm sad, and I don't know if you've ever noticed, but if you think about it, I was sitting with that thought of when I've actually, again, back to that time when I really was like, I'm angry, and I let myself feel it. It's crazy the power that saying it makes you. It's kind of like it's coming out of you, you know what I mean? Yeah. But saying that is such a good way to just start the processing of it. Like if you're the suppressor like me, or even if you were like you when you say that you get big emotions and stuff, sometimes saying I'm sad, how we've talked about before, just saying I'm not okay, the saying of it just is such a relief. There's so many studies and talks about how our words are so powerful, how we talk to plants are so powerful, but there's something that's in just the power of naming whatever that emotion is that really just, you can feel a release of just,
it's so crazy
knowing it.
Because even when I said I'm not okay, and I said it again to, the doctor or the therapist, everything started to be better. Like, it was just like, okay, I need
such an acknowledgement of this is what I'm feeling.
This is what I'm feeling. How do I move from this?
In therapy, I'm one of those self-aware people. I'm like, oh, I did this because of this and this and this. But that's not me feeling it. So there's definitely the part of processing it and saying it and naming it. But it being in that feeling of, okay, I'm sad.
Yeah.
And saying I'm sad, that is like a release. And then being able to just sit and say it and just sit and not try to think of like, okay, what can I do to stop being sad? Because I instantly do that. Like I instantly go into like, okay, so maybe I need to go on a trip, or maybe I need to stop working so much, or maybe I need to change this, or maybe, and there is a point to get to that, because whatever your feeling is means something is off and something does need to change. So you definitely need to get to that space. But just letting yourself take 10 minutes sometimes and saying, I'm sad, I'm angry, whatever, and not try to fix it, and just sit and be like, I'm sad.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's interesting with being someone that's always trying to fix something.
You're allowed to
just
be that.
Feel it.
Yeah.
Feel it. Because if you envision your life a certain way, if you are going through a breakup, if you had your house in a fire, you know what I mean? Something happened to you where this isn't part of the plan, this isn't the normal, it's making you feel something. It's okay to feel that.
Yeah.
I think you don't want to sit in it too long to the point where it becomes your identity. And now I am sad versus I feel sad, but when you take it out of yourself as an identity and just saying, this is what I'm feeling, this is how it is, and just sit in that, that's good. And then after a time, then you can go to the, okay, what do I need to do with this feeling?
Yeah, it's not feeling emotionless. It's like feeling it to the point where you become, what is it, like, will you get to the point where you don't feel that anymore? Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah, and I well, just you're letting yourself process it, and process it is feeling it. But it isn't feeling it to the point where it becomes your identity, And then that's the difference between saying I am sad versus I feel sad. If I am sad, then it's like I'm putting that identity into everything that I do and everything that I am. Everything is this. But no, it's just I'm feeling this way. It's not my identity. It's not who I am.
Yeah.
But it is something that I'm feeling.
Right.
And I think having that distinction between this is me and this is just a feeling of me, that's another part of the process. Detaching from the identity of my sadness or my anger or my hurt or my betrayal or whatever the emotion is just like, this is a feeling and I'm going through it, and it's because these things happened. I'm mad about it, and it's okay to be in that.
You get over it too, we get, that's not
naming it, not making it your identity, then going to the part of, okay, how are we going to fix it?
Yeah.
Me, I go to instantly, like, let's try to fix it. I'm like,
understand your emotions enough to where they don't control your actions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to get to the point where you're like, I need to understand who I am when these emotions arrive. So now that they've came up, how do I
deal with it?
Deal with that so it doesn't control my whole being,
my whole everything.
Yeah,
right?
your mind, your physical.
With my anger, it's very easy for me to be like, I have to walk away, and I literally, and with and when I'm getting anxious or overstimulated, all that stuff, like meditation is my one big thing. I think for me, the bigger emotion, the deeper emotions come out when I journal, because then I can look at the words on the paper and see them as like almost. Not like that it's a different person. I could just see myself as a person.
You process that.
Yeah, I see it and I'm reading it. It's almost like I read it as this is a character, even though I know this is about myself, obviously. But I get to see myself in a way that I don't get to see myself when I'm in my own being, like seeing it on paper and almost reading it like a story.
Kind of looking back at yourself. Like you're looking at yourself.
Yeah, I'm like from someone else's point of view as a viewer of myself versus this is me. And then you kind of detach from it controlling you, and you're seeing like, oh, this is something that's happening in this story. I can see it from a bird's eye view. I can see it from a different perspective. Like I get to see myself
You're literally
from a different perspective.
hovering over your old self.
Yeah, and I'm reading, but not even just my old self, even my current self, because it's what I'm journaling in that day. But I can see it as someone else, and I can see an overview versus just like I'm in it.
I'm gonna start journaling again, I think.
Yeah,
it's good. I keep one with me, which is crazy. It's blank.
It's your subconscious saying you.
I have one with me. Yeah, that's why when I got one with Liv, because for Liv, when I travel, that's when I journal the most. I also have not traveled in years.
That's what I said too. I hadn't even been journaling, and then I was like, I need to journal today. I think different places have different energies, so I was like, I want to write on this trip because I feel like there's going to be a different energy here. But sitting with it, I was like, oh my God, I forgot. I think that's the other thing too, is finding ways to process that work for you, and realizing that certain things need certain emotions need different things. Like I journal and I run and I meditate. Those are all different things to help me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm like being toxic happy, what brings me in.
Toxic happy.
Like if I'm just being, I don't feel like I do that too much anymore.
Yeah, I'm not as toxic happy anymore either.
Because I have a kid, so it's like,
Girl, I used to be on a different.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't go home for 3 days.
Yeah, like I'd be like, oh, tonight I have to be there. Yeah. Okay, I'm hopping on a plane.
It's so funny. I always meet people today, and I'm like, yeah, that's easy. I could drive there, and they're like, that's kind of a big trip or something. I'm like, is it? Like,
right.
It? I don't think about like I don't know. We're different in that way in general. I'm always gonna be hopping on a flight to do something random, but not as impulsively as I would when I was 24.
Well, maybe this summer we won't have the girls for a little bit.
No baby summer.
We might be stepping out on some flights, some jets. Jets, plural. Maybe in the end, maybe it's not about controlling your emotions.
Yeah.
But maybe finally listening to them.
Yeah.
And that's what I need to do. Me taking something away from this whole conversation, this whole episode is like, I need to actually listen to my emotions and be okay. And because sometimes I'll also suppress because I don't want to be judged. I don't want to, I'm like, I'm just going to hold this in. And then it finally gets to the point. That's when it builds up.
Big.
Yeah, like you said, because I'm like, now it's big because I didn't want to be judged anymore. I didn't want to feel that anymore. I wanted to try this and that, and everything else until it got to that point. But it's still something that sits.
It's going to come out eventually some way.
Yeah, I need to be honest with myself when it comes to my emotions and it be okay, but not let it control me. Yeah. I do allow my emotions to take over my whole being sometimes.
Yeah. I saw one thing too, it was when I was looking up stuff and it was talking about being honest. Have you ever felt like you had to be honest? And I think that's interesting that you said, you're like, sometimes I just have to say something. And this is me too.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh no, they need to know this. And then I've had to slow down and say, do they need to know this? Or is this something that I need to know? And I have to process why I'm feeling this way about something. Because sometimes too, my feelings are about things that I want, or I felt a certain way about it, and I have to like reanalyze if it was because they crossed a boundary or because they did something, or is it because of how I'm looking at it?
Really,
you know? And then so I think sometimes in just naming it, I go back and I try to figure out what the true feeling is too, because I feel like it's kind of easy to be like I'm angry, but sometimes anger is actually like disappointment or being scared or fear, you know? So I think also sometimes I need to go deeper and like, what's the actual feeling that this is? Is it betrayal? Like, do I feel betrayed? And is that because I expected something of this? And then, I think getting to that too, it's a little too intellectualizing a little bit, but I think not judging my feelings. And it's like, I know I'm feeling this way, and trying to understand it in a non-judgmental way. You know what I mean? And just being like, what is this trying to tell me? What is this emotion trying to tell me?
Yeah.
Why do I feel angry? Why do I feel this betrayal? Why do I feel devastated right now? Why do I feel numb? Why,
There are all kinds of emotions. My daughter, my little sunny bunny.
Little Gemini.
She's teaching me even emotions I didn't even know I could pull out of myself. But I know that this is her and her big self and her being like, I'm a human that I don't, and I'm in this, a little human in this big world that I don't know much of yet. And I know with me trying to process also her and myself and feeling overstimulated and overwhelmed, I find myself also being more calmer than I thought I would be. But there was a point where I wasn't. I think I just had, for her, I just had to be like more.
Yeah, well, you're just learning and growing.
Yeah,
you know?
it was a lot though. Yeah, because I wasn't just feeling my emotions. It was also a kid that I love and care about.
Well, also there's a lot of, when you're neurodivergent and you have children, a lot of the masking that we're able to do before we have kids gets dismantled through motherhood. That's why a lot of women actually get diagnosed once they have kids. Well, part of it is because their kids show signs, and then as they're analyzing their kids, they're like, wait a minute, that's me. Yeah. It cracks open your masking. And all of the ways that you've been able to cope, you can't now, because you can't just get away from this person. And even with Livia, she be touching me and I'm like, I'm getting overstimulated. I'm like, girl, and I'm so thankful that she's at an age now where I can tell her, I'm like, Livia, I'm getting overstimulated, so I really just need a minute. And she'll actually listen to me. Yeah. Like on the trip, a couple times she did that. And I'm like, thank God. But it's hard when they're younger and they don't understand that yet. It's like, oh, no, mama needs a minute. They're like, yeah. What do you mean a minute? Like, I don't even give you a second. Right. Like, no. It is hard because you can't just have an understanding conversation with your toddler. Like,
yeah, you know? It's a balance of that every day, and it's
constant. Yes. Yeah,
so I'm in a transition of trying to do all of that at once, and finding it very over. You know, I have been a lot more overstimulated and like overwhelmed lately, but it's
going to be good though, because it gets easier, and then you have got more practice in. So I mean. It's a shock though. It's a shock when it first happens, because they are so.
It'll be out of nowhere, huh?
It really teaches you though to be like, this isn't working for me. So you have to find your mechanisms more in motherhood. And I think it makes you, like motherhood makes you have to confront things that you could go away from before, and now it's like, no, I need.
It's in front.
I need some way to process this. I need it ASAP. I need to know things do I need to tap my chest and do a little dance? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, I don't know. Honestly, that is actually a good way. If you're like ever really down, sometimes I just twerk in the mirror.
Girl,
it's so healing. It's so healing.
And you say, I'm a bad bitch.
No, I don't say it. I let the rapper speak for me, but I'm like, I really do love dancing in the mirror. Like, even sometimes it's not even rap music. Sometimes it's just like sensual, sexy music. Like, and you just like, you look at yourself and you think that, like, I seduce myself in the mirror. Like, okay. But it actually really, sometimes I'll have, especially on full moons, I'm like, you know, I'll just do the full moon and I'll like dance and stuff. And literally the next day I'll feel like pretty and good and stuff.
Just that powerful.
Yeah, because sometimes, I don't know, there is an interesting thing of, especially again, getting out of your head as an intellectual person, like that's always trying to figure out something. I don't know, I just need to move and do something with my body.
Yeah, it's important.
And and your kids will make you be like, yeah, I gotta do something, because otherwise I'm about to snap. I'm about to snap. Girl, these kids.
So are we healing our emotions then right now? What are we doing?
I feel like I am a suppressor, but I'm definitely, I remind myself that I need to journal. That is one thing that was on that trip that made me be like, I know I need to be doing this more, because the other thing I like about journaling, not all of the beautiful things that I already mentioned about it, is that it's not a person. So you don't have to, I don't want to be heavy on someone else all the time. You know what I mean? And there are therapists who are good, but being able to walk away from judgment of, I'm talking about this person and telling this person, I don't want to be gossipy. I think what I want to know is if anyone in the audience has ways that they deal with them that are physical. I'm very interested in physical ways. I've heard about some people do like, I don't know what it's called, like the chest tapping.
I do this when I have panic attack. It kind of puts me back in the moment.
Really?
And I'll literally be
it's like, a presence thing. I know it.
I'll breathe and I'll put me back in the moment, and I'll be like, oh, the sky's blue. I see yellow flowers. I hear birds. Like,
It's a presence thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I tap.
And it gets you out of your head, and it gets you into that. I also know there's like, even in meditation, there's different hands that are supposed to trigger certain things. I mean, different fingers, excuse me, different hands. My other set. Different fingers trigger different things. So I definitely, if anyone has but particularly, I'm really interested in hearing about different physical ways to deal with whatever is happening in our body to get it out.
Yeah, I would love to know more things too, because I know that this definitely helps me. But again, it isn't about controlling your emotions. It's about understanding them so they don't control. And remember, please go to our community circle. Let us know what we can do to help with our emotions. What do you like to do? Let us know, like, tips, comment. Just let us know everything.
Talk about how you process it.
Yeah, I want to know how you process things, what can help me and Lexi and everyone else in the community. So come say hi, and
until next time.
Bye.